to the Allentown groups 1 through 3.
Alright, good afternoon everyone. My name is Kelvin. I'll be your driver all the way to Philadelphia International Airport. Alright, we're now arriving at Philadelphia International Airport. Everyone please remember to grab all your belongings before exiting the coach. Once again, thank you for choosing American Airlines and riding with Landline. Hope everyone have a good night. Thank you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to J1 Aviation. So thanks for joining me on an American Airlines landline bus service today. So just to recap, AA started bus service last summer out of Philly to Lancaster and Allentown, Pennsylvania and Atlantic City, New Jersey. So they doing the bus service instead of flying these routes. So instead of driving to Philly for my flight to Dallas, I decided to book a flight originating in Lancaster and connect through Philly and try out the service. So let me tell you about it. I drove to Lancaster and the good thing is the free parking. So that saves about $100 for the week. The bus was sitting in the parking lot, so I walked over and took some pictures. You know, yeah, it's a bus, not too much to say here about it. And there's a small terminal. Basically, when you go in the terminal, there's 3 areas. There's a restaurant on the left, there's an FBO straight ahead for business and personal flying, and then to the right is the terminal area. Now you can see how busy it was. So I think the bus holds around 35 people, so I suppose this area could fill up. An AA rep said that there was nothing to do, just, you know, hang out until departure time. There is a check-in area. You can see where it says here, boarding is at the curb, so that's the gate. And since there was no one, I decided to go back outside and watch some airplanes. I asked the rep about check-in, and the only check-in is when you board the bus. So they just scan your ticket as you board. About a half hour before departure, the AA rep walked around. They announced, you know, that they're boarding. You could either carry everything on board or throw it under the bus. They didn't care what you did. There's no charge either way. They scan your boarding pass and then you could board. There was only 3 of us on the whole bus, so boarding was less than 5 minutes. And the good news, we left about 30 minutes early. So what they do is they bus you to Terminal F in Philly and then they drop you off. Then it's business as usual. You know, check a bag if you have one, clear security, and then luckily the traffic wasn't bad, so we got to Philly about 30 minutes early ahead of schedule.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kelvin. I'll be your driver all the way to Philadelphia International Airport. It's going to take approximately an hour and a half to arrive in Philadelphia. We should be arriving in Terminal F no later than 5 o'clock. Just a really quick announcement. If you look around in your seat back pockets or in the cup holders beside you, there may be some American airline cards. Those cards will grant you access to Wi-Fi and American's entertainment system. This coach is equipped with outlets to charge your devices, overhead reading lights, and the bathroom in the rear of the coach that is a sliding door. That's about it, everyone. Thank you for choosing American Airlines and riding with Landline. If you have any questions or need assistance, please feel free to come up to the front, grab my attention. I'll be pleased to help you. Once again, thank you. Alright, we're now arriving at Philadelphia International Airport. Everyone please remember to grab all your belongings before exiting the coach. Also please, if you have any checked carry-on bags under the coach, please remember to grab your checked carry-on bags as well. Your checked luggage will be transferred onto your flight if you have a connected flight. We will be arriving in Terminal F in just a few seconds. If Terminal F is not your terminal, you can go through security and customer service will point you in a direction towards the shuttle buses to get you to your desired terminal. Once again, thank you for choosing American Airlines and riding with Landline. Hope everyone have a good night. Thank you.
Customers welcome aboard landline bus 635
So some closing thoughts. For me, I wouldn't do this again. I live halfway between Lancaster and Philly, so in the future, I'll just continue to drive to Philadelphia and take the flight from there. I mean, if you lived in Lancaster, I suppose it might be worth it, but the problem is you're introducing a connecting flight. So if there was heavy traffic or an accident on the way, you could miss your connection. Online, it says you would be dropped airside, but we were dropped outside of security. So if you had to check a bag or security was backed up, there's another place where you could miss your connection. There were 2 buses from Lancaster to Philly a day, a morning and the afternoon. I was on the afternoon, but the day I flew, the morning bus was actually canceled. So I don't know about from the other stations, Allentown and Atlantic City. I don't know, maybe those you clear airside in Allentown and Atlantic City, and then you're dropped airside in Philly. That would actually help, but from Lancaster, no, we're just basically taking a shuttle bus to the airport is all it was. Now on the return, where this picture was taken, the bus did leave from Terminal F airside. So we got off our flight in Philadelphia, walked through the terminal to another gate, and then boarded. So this is the gate we boarded from in Philadelphia, and then walked out onto the ramp and onto a bus. So that was kind of fun. That was a little bit different. And on the return, we also only had about 3 people. But it seemed like the buses to Allentown and Atlantic City maybe had about 5 or 10 people each, so a little bit more. On the positive side, there was free parking in Lancaster, like I mentioned, so that saves some money. And you collect miles from the trip. On the downside, a 90-minute bus ride isn't quite as fun as a 90-minute plane ride. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you watching. So have a good one wherever you are, and thanks for flying J1 Aviation.